Hello, everyone. Today we are doing an audit on our social media, which sounds maybe not the most fun. It sounds like a lot of data and a lot of black and white facts. And if you're really into social media and being creative, this can sound like one of the worst things to have to do. But trust me, it is so necessary for making your social media bigger and better, and it's going to be a lot more fun than you think it is. So I actually was inspired to do this video because I had to do my own social media audit recently for a coach at Keller Williams. She wanted me to look at which posts of mine were getting the most engagement and just determine what my content was doing the best. Sorry, my cat is scratching at the door and it's throwing me for a loop. Anyways, I am going to show you step by step how I did this audit. It's nothing fancy, but you will definitely get some beneficial information from doing this. So first, you're going to pull open a spreadsheet. I just prefer to use Google Docs. Sorry that this taskbar keeps coming up every time I switch to a new window. It'll probably be along the bottom. But you are going to just put date at the top. Then you're going to put the post content. This is just like a description of the type of post you made. So if I was taking a picture with my fall newsletter that just arrived, I would just write fall newsletter came in for this section. Content type is going to be, was it a reel? Was it a photo? Was it a long video? So just determining what type of content it was. Actually, I think I had those mixed up. Content type. So content type, actually, that was for post type. My bad. Post type is going to be if it was a video, a photo, etc. You can specify if it was a carousel or, what have you. And then content type, I kind of split mine up by the goal that I was trying to achieve with posting the content. So maybe it was education, maybe it was marketing. So if I'm sharing my newsletter or I'm sharing my new for sale signs, that was more marketing. And then if I'm doing a video on why is it a good time to buy, that was going to be education. And then I also had a section that was entertainment. So, I mean, all of it has a little of everything in it, but there were definitely some videos that were just purely for entertainment, and I think you have to have that too. So you will make these columns. I'm just going to really quickly explain these. I'll try to zoom through them so I can get to my actual example. Face in it, yes or no? Was your face in it? Posted on, this is going to be the platform that you posted it on. And then you are going to jot down the likes that you got on Instagram, comments on Instagram, likes on Facebook, comments on Facebook. You get the deal. Wherever you posted it, you're going to look and see what kind of engagement you got on it, see if you got any shares, and then you're going to total that baby up. So we are going to go over to this sheet, which is literally the audit I just did. I just did this today. So this is all of my own stuff right here. So this was just mostly pulled by manually looking. So literally any of you could go to my social media platforms and take down this information. So if you are testing this on maybe another platform that you don't own and you want to see how you stack up next to the competition, you could do this too. So first of all, I just wrote down all my dates. I did this for about a month time frame. So you can do kind of whatever you want, but I think a month was really super manageable. I was told to do about the past 2 weeks, but that didn't give me too much because it would be about half of this. So I just decided to go for the whole month. And as you can see, I had like my seller guide redesign, which was a reel. I had here, what's the different one? Like the magnet calendars came in, that was photos and that was marketing. So this should hopefully give you a little better idea of what I'm talking about with the columns. Interesting when this column was really telling, to be honest. So was my face in it? Yes or no? It is really interesting when I get over to the numbers to see that the content that did the best, which I bolded the content like this. I just would bold that whole entire row. The content that did best I had my face in it. So you can see every single one of these that's bold, my face was in it. Posted on mostly just Instagram and Facebook, but I did have a couple on LinkedIn, and these posts actually got a wild amount of engagement compared to my other ones. So we went down likes on Instagram, comments on Instagram, example, share one myself. So I didn't have any shares on these. That is one thing that she had me write down, and we'll have to see how I can get more people to share these posts. But anyways, I totaled these up, and this was literally just straight across the board. That's how I totaled it. So likes and comments and shares on every single platform, total it all up. So as you can see, 65 is a lot bigger than a lot of these other numbers. And if we go back, we can see it was my neighborhood door knocking photo and video. I had gone around the neighborhood and door knocked, and I made a caption and a post about how it was my first time doing it and it was kind of terrifying. And then I also included a video because I had to go up to this one house that was incredibly decorated for Halloween, and it was pretty terrifying. So I got a lot of engagement and interest based on just that video alone. Because people were pretty entertained and were like, oh my God, I never would have gone up to that house. Like, that drives me crazy. And yeah, anyways, so that was good. And then I also did my YouTube content. So if you have anything else that maybe doesn't fit into this box, you can just do it on the bottom. But yes, this is what I started with. And then we are going to go over to Facebook. So I want to show you some fun stuff. If you don't know how to do it, we're going to show you right now. So you're going to go to your business profile and make sure that you're like actually able to access it. You're not still on your profile, because you want to be able to go over to the Meta Business Suite. And this is going to take you to a different place. You're going to be out here in Meta Business Suite, and Meta is Facebook and Instagram. So you're going to be able to see both, which is really awesome if you use both of them. Then on this side, we're going to click content. So this is where it gets good. Okay, folks. So we have all of our content we've ever posted on Instagram and Facebook, and we can see the insights along the side. So it's pretty cool because you'll see like some of these are a little smaller, 54 accounts reached, but then this one is 291 accounts reached, and then 305. And it is just, I can't even explain. It's so satisfying to scroll through and be like, whoa, I actually reached a lot of accounts. And maybe you didn't get a whole ton of engagement, but maybe you reached a crap ton of accounts. Sorry. Anyways, this was a Schitt's Creek reel that I posted, and it has over 1,000 accounts reached, which is pretty awesome. So I can see, some of these that maybe did a little bit better than others, and maybe like this is literally the same post and it did better on Facebook than it did on Instagram. So I'm finding that reels tend to do better on Instagram, and video content is better on Instagram. And then photo-based content I'm finding is better on Facebook. So obviously everyone's situation is unique, but some of these might be the same across the board. So that's just another tip. If you are wondering what type of content to be posting where, the reels seem to be doing better on Instagram versus on Facebook. So that's what we got. We go through all of these. And you can export this, but it goes into like a CSV file, and it's just not really visually appealing in my opinion. So if you wanted to do that, you would go to Insights, I believe, and then you would go to Content, and then you can come up here and export data. So if you want to do that, you can do that, but I really did not like how it looked. So I actually ended up just taking a screen grab of each of these, and then I put them right into a Google Doc, which we'll get to in a second. And then the other thing that I would like to share is in Insights. And this is all in Meta Business Suite. So lots of good stuff in here. you can go to a bunch of different tabs. So you can go to results. It'll show your Facebook reach, Instagram reach. Love that all these numbers are green and increasing. So you can see what time of, the past couple of weeks, like what day exactly was it that you had all of these spikes. So you can look at new likes and follows. You can look at your page and profile visits. This is the day that I believe I switched companies. So I guess everyone was stalking me on that day, which is just really funny to look at. And then if you do have any ads, you can see how your ads are doing right there as well. This is the section that I went bonkers over when I found it. And if you are a real estate agent, especially, I would encourage you to go to this tab and learn more about your audience. It shows your Facebook followers and how many of them are women, how many of them are men, and then also the age range. So that's huge. You know who you are reaching and who is following you. And then this side is Instagram, same thing. This circle is your overall audience. And then the bars are your age ranges, and those are split up between men and women as well. And then it gets better. So you can also see the top cities for your following. And I don't know how Nigeria is on here, but I guess I'll take it. So, anyways, you can see all of the cities in here. So maybe, if most of my audience is Appleton and Winneconne on Facebook, maybe I really want to do more content geared towards Appleton and Winneconne, for example. Maybe I want to do like events coming up in Appleton or events coming up in Winneconne, or get involved in those communities a little bit more. So really, really enjoyed this. The best part about this is you can export it, and it will export as a PNG. So you're just going to go up here. I mean, you could do CSV or PDF as well, but I just exported it as a photo. You can look at your potential audience as well, but I think this is just like a bunch of people out there that you could possibly reach. So current audience is definitely a better idea of who you're actually able to reach and your current audience. So then also in results, I forgot to mention that you can export these as well. It's each one that you export, but you could throw them in a Canva file, which I would recommend. I put them in Google Docs, but you know how they like wrap weird and don't fit on the page correctly. So I'd recommend going into Canva, just creating a letter size document and sticking them all in there just so that you can print them off or even just save them as a PDF and reference them later. And so I stuck them in here. This is my example. So I have my screen grabs right here, and I can see all of my content and how it did. So this is kind of what I'm going to be going into my meeting with the coach and team lead to go over. And I will also have this spreadsheet as well. So it was really interesting and helpful for me just to know this information. Like right off the bat, I'm noticing that content with my face in it is doing much, much better. I kind of already knew that. And it is kind of a random mix we have going on here, whether it's education, marketing, entertainment. It kind of just seems like it depends. But I can see like exactly what types of content are doing the best and where they're doing the best on. So like I said, maybe some type of content is doing better on Instagram and another type is doing better on Facebook. I did kind of trial this out with the Mega Agent Reel and the Mega Agent Photo. I knew that the people on Facebook really wouldn't care about my Mega Agent Reel that I made and posted on Instagram. So I actually just posted the reel on Instagram, and then I posted a photo from the event on Facebook, and that actually seemed to do better. So it's just all about looking at what you have going on and working it to the best of your ability and connecting with people. Don't forget to respond to those comments when you do get them. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. This is a really simple, easy place to start. Hopefully, I gave you some ideas on what to set up and where to go to look for insights and all of that information. So, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.